Good morning everyone, it's Sunday the 28th of January, back up the river again for another Roving Chub session, and this time we're on the main river for the first time in a long time. It's been ages since I've been able to, or it seems like ages since I've been able to fish this river, you know, the main river. I've had to keep going to the tributaries to try and winkle a chub out. Yeah, so we're up here today, we're on a stretch I've never fished before. This is the Shermanbury stretch of the River Adur. Never fished it before, so I'm really excited about this. And I know there's chub up there because I've seen them in the close season. I've come up here to have a look round, and the water's been quite shallow and clear. And just up by the bridge there, you'll see that in a minute because we'll be fishing up there a bit later. That's where I saw them hanging out, and it looks very, very chubby. I suppose I've got about 8 to 10 swims to go at today. Some of them are tight swims, some of them aren't. Very interesting looking swims. I've gone round pre-baiting every swim I'm going to fish, and this time I've made sure I've got the bread down. I've squeezed the life out of it. I've squeezed all the water out, as much water as I can out of the bread, out of the mashed bread. Really squeezed it out and got it down there, and I've gone round about 10 different swims, putting a couple of handfuls in, you know, in the spots where I think I'm going to be fishing. Yes, so I'm quite looking forward to this. Now, bait wise, I have got with me today, usual fare, Warburton's, that one, Warburton's soft thick loaf for the hook. I've got Neville's bread, the cheaper one, for the mashed bread. So I've got my bread for the hook, and I've also got cheese paste. I really do need that again. It's slightly on the coloured side again today. Not too bad. I'd say it looks pretty good actually, but it is slightly on the coloured side. So we'll definitely use that. And gear wise, my usual rod, my 9 foot or 8 foot, is it 8 foot Omni Feeder Rod? Yes, it's 8, isn't it? Omni Feeder Rod with a Shimano fixed spool reel. That's that. 6 pound mainline right the way through. And link ledger, because I was toying with the idea of having to go on the feeder, on the ground bait feeder, but I've been told by quite a few people, you know, people that go chub fishing, that although it can be very productive, if you're fishing tight swims and that, which is what I thought actually, you're liable to spook any chub. I'm not near the bank side, so also on this session I want to try and keep my voice down a bit more when I'm actually fishing, so I will be a bit quieter if I can when I'm near the water, because I think that doesn't help as far as spooking the fish. Now, as I was saying, I've got 6 pound line right the way through, starting off with a couple of SSG shots like that, in between a couple of line stops, float rubbers or line stops there, like that, and then I've got a trace of about to the hook, which is straight through, I don't know, probably about 16 inches, and I've got a size 8. Now the hook is a different hook to what I normally use. I've had several people giving me a bit of advice, which I love. I love advice and tips from people on this. Brilliant. Anything that can help me catch some more fish is much appreciated. And a couple of people actually have said to me, use these Korda Choddy B barbless size 8 hook. I must admit they do look good. They've got a slight curve to them, and one chap was telling me that he very, very rarely misses chub bites on them, which you know, is very encouraging. So that's what we've got on the hook, a size 8 Choddy B barbless hook. That's it, and we're all ready to start fishing. I think I might have a cup of tea before I start. It's 25 past 9. I got up here about 20 to 9, quarter to 9. knock my bread up. That was the first thing I'd done, was knock my mashed bread up. Let that settle, and then I went round about 15 minutes ago, baiting up all the swims that I'm going to be fishing, and that'll give it a bit of time for that, you know, hopefully, if there's any fish there, any chub there, to home in on it. Now, as I am using my Omni Feeder Rod, which I've got here, but I've also got another feeder rod with me, because I'm a little bit concerned up here as to whether this can handle anything that, because I think up here there is more chance of getting a bigger chub up here than I think than what there is on the tributaries, but I might be wrong on that. I don't know, because I don't know how big they go to, but there's a lot of snags in that up here where they can run into, and I'm going to be fishing near a lot of snags as well. So I have got my other feeder rod if I think I'm going to be in trouble with this, or if I experience anything which causes me to think, no, don't use this rod. But for now, we'll use this one and we'll see how we go. Whether we catch anything or not, I really don't know. Hopefully I will, but even if I don't, let's enjoy the session anyway, because I really look forward to fishing a new stretch of river. As I said, this is the Shermanbury stretch. Never fished up here before. Been up here several times looking around and taking it all in, trying to suss it all out, but I've never ever fished it. So what I'm going to do, I was going to start fishing by the bridge, but I'm not going to do that. What I've decided to do, I've baited up in the first swim I'm going to fish, which is upstream, and I've gone downstream feeding every swim, so that any bread that I put in, any bait I put in loose feed, travels, or hopefully travels down to the next peg, each peg that I've fished. Well, that's the theory anyway. So I'm going to start off up there, just up there, and you'll see in a minute when I get there, and then we'll start off in that one, and then we'll work our way down to the little footbridge which is down there. It's not far between the two. It's not bad walk today between the first swim and the last swim. It's only a couple of minutes, so, and in between we've probably got about 8 or 9 swims we can fish. So enough of me waffling on anyway, and I'm going to have a cup of tea first before I start, I think, and then I'll see you in the first swim. So I'll see you in a minute. Oh, actually, by the way, I did actually come up here I forgot about this. I come up here a week ago just to have a look round, because once again I wasn't sure whether it was fishable. I wanted to make sure that the river was in such a state that I could fish it. You know, how high the river was because of the rain we've had, and I was really surprised. It had dropped quite a bit, and but it was also frozen in places, and I did actually get my phone out and film a little bit of it. It's about 10 minutes, so if you want to watch that, just while I'm having a cup of tea, and I'll see you up in the first. Well, it's Friday the 19th of January. I've just come up the river to look at the main river to see what it's going to be like for fishing, to see if it's dropped. And look at this, look, absolutely frozen solid. Well, not frozen solid, I wouldn't want to walk across it, but certainly frozen on top. Look at that, I've never seen that before. The actual river frozen. And it's not until you get a bit further up that you can see that the ice finishes. Blimey. Cool. Look at that, the frozen river. I've just come up here just to have a look at a few places. This is where I'm going to have my chub session. I'll tell you what, I really wish I had my rods with me now. I really wish I had my rods with me now. The water levels, the river's dropped down now, and I'd say it looks really good. I mean, yes, it's very cold, but it's dropped right down. Oh, I can't wait to come up here and give it a go. Look at that, look. Well, that's going to be the first swim, so we'll have a look round, and see what other swims we can find. Wow, look at this. I can't wait to give it a go up here. Yeah, she's dropped right down. So when I come up here before, as I showed you on one of my videos, it was right across the fields, right across the fields. It's always the way, innit? You wish you had your rods with you. I did think about it, but I thought, no, it's a bit of a risk. You can't fish it, it's too high up. It certainly is. I better go back and get my bike. Don't want to leave it there. Trouble is with me, I sort of start off thinking I'm only going to go a little way up the river, leave my bike there. Before I know it, I've gone about a mile or two up the river. I'm so engrossed in what I'm looking at on the river that I completely forget about I've left my bike back there, you know. So let's say we've got the bridge there, so this round here, now I could actually fish off that concrete block. I don't really want a chance doing that. I'll probably go over the other side. I mean, when this is flooded, this tree here is in the water. The branches of this tree here are all in the water. It's amazing, really. This is the Shermanbury stretch of the River Adur. Right, let's go a little bit further up. I've seen a couple of swims I can fish. There's that one there. This one here, if I'm careful, the other side of the bridge. And this is where I've seen chub in the summer. I've seen them up here when the water's been clear, just sitting there. There's a couple of places here you can try. Right, just here is where I had that one of my carp sessions on this bend here. Here you can see where the river is frozen up to that point there, and then when you come here, look, you can see where it ends. Amazing, really. Great stuff. I mean, this looks good here. This looks good, very fishable. I think this is where I'm going to have a roach session up here at some point. God, I tell you, I wish I was fishing now. I really, really do. It's beautiful now. Anyway, it's been worth coming up here just to have a look round and checking it out. It's making sure we can fish it when we come up here next. Well, you see some wildlife up here. Look, over there. I don't have the cam, so I'm only filming on my phone. Look at that deer, look over there. It's just going into the bushes over there. Beautiful. There we are, this is a good spot. Now I would go down there, fish off of that down there, and look at this. I mean, you've got several options there, look. You think there's a sort of place where a chub would hide out down there, underneath that lot, or just in front of it, I mean. And round here we've got a bend. We're on a bend here. This is another spot we can try. Definitely worth fishing here. Again, I'd have to set up down here somewhere, or I wouldn't want a chance going down there really, but you know, might be alright for us with a stick float here, I don't know. I'm excited about this. I've never fished up here before. I say this is the Shermanbury stretch of the River Adur, and this is where I'm hoping to have my next session, which is going to be a Roving Chub session once again. But those of you that prefer me fishing on the waggler and that will be coming up very soon as well, especially now the rivers have dropped. I just want to get this one in up here. I mean, I'll be fishing this on the back of 2 blanks. Chances are it could even be a third one on the trot, but I'm not bothered about that so much anymore, because I do realise that when it's river fishing, you know, it's not easy. It's not like fishing a lake, you know. For me now, it's just coming up here and enjoying it as well. And if you catch, that's a bonus. There's another spot there. We can probably get down here and set up, and down there as well. We'll just go a little bit further round. I mean, it's a beautiful crisp winter's day, and I really thought I'd take the chance today to come up here and check it out first. I didn't want to, otherwise, I mean, I've always got the chest stream just down the road, but I really want to fish the main river. You see here, you've got that raft over there, you've got a spot here. Now I would say here you've got this current, the main flow of the river on this side, but over there in that far right hand corner you've got some slack where it comes off the current. That is the sort of spot over there in that corner. Anywhere over there you may find a chub hiding out, you know, keeping away from this main flow here. In fact, all over the far side it's slack, so this is another option, providing I can get down there to cast out. I don't think we're going to go any further up because of my bike, so I've seen enough swims. I've seen about 5 or 6 swims that I can fish, so hopefully we will be up here somewhere either next week or the week after. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Right, this is, I'm not fishing yet, this is swim number 1. This is the first one we're going to be fishing. Now I'm going to be targeting, you've got a raft over there, just over there, and that's where I'm going to be targeting, over there in this first one. So we'll see how we get on. I say we've got a lot of 8 or 9 swims we can go at, all interesting looking swims in their own right, so hopefully we can catch something, but if not, let's enjoy it anyway. I'm quite high on the bank here. I was gonna chance getting down there. I think I could, but it's a bit risky. I'm gonna just extend my landing net in a minute, because I'm quite a distance away from the water, so I could, if I get anything here, I could have a bit of a problem getting it out, but we'll give it a go anyway. Yeah, so when I come up here to have a look round a week ago, as you've just seen on the preview, It was all iced over in places, frozen. Back down the river there, it was frozen. Blimey, I couldn't believe it. It was a bit that came off the main river. It wasn't the actual main river itself. It was a little bit that came off the main river that was frozen. But there was a little bit of frost about this morning, but it's very pleasant. It's back to the southerlies again now, southerly winds. Temperatures of around 12 today. It's going to be a nice day actually. I might even be able to take my coat off a bit later, but we'll see anyway. Right, it's nearly 20 to 10 now. Not fishing yet, just drinking my tea and then we'll get cracking. Right, swim number 1. Let's get ourselves sorted out here. I need to extend this as long as I can. Still not sure if it's long enough to get down there, if I do happen to get one. Might get away with it. Might, if I do happen to get one, I may well have to try and play her down there. Right, we're gonna kick off with a piece of bread flake, and I'm going to wrap a little bit of cheese paste around it just to give it that added smell. That is absolutely spot on where I want it. About 15 minutes in each swim. And what we'll do, we'll alternate between bread flake and cheese paste. Give a, try both options. I'll give it another minute or two, and then we'll try cheese paste. So this is the Shermanbury stretch of the river. Those of you that know the River Adur, this is in between Mockbridge and Sakem, somewhere in between the two. And over the, it's steeped in history up there, it really is. Some really magical old places up there. There's parts of an old watermill just behind those trees up there, or just over the back there. Fascinating. Well, I've got cheese paste on there now. So I'll give it a couple of minutes more, and then we'll go to the next swim, which is just down there, along there. I'll be well happy just to get one. That's all I want, is just one. Don't care what size it is, just one I'll be happy with. Doesn't appear to be anything down there. I mean, I've been nearly 15 minutes in this swim, just a couple of minutes short of a quarter of an hour. There we go, right in by that raft. You think if there was anything there, it would have taken it by now, taken the bait by now, I would have thought. Yeah, it doesn't appear to be anything happening in the first swim, so I'll see you along in swim number 2. Right, this is swim number 2, and once again we've got a raft down there, which I fed mashed bread to. Let's see how we get on in this one. Very similar to the last one, we're quite high up again. I've had to put squeeze another shot on, so I've got 3 on there now. Because this swim here is quite turbulent, and the old rod tip's bouncing around a bit. Amazing really. I never ever see anyone, never see any other anglers up here at all. Wherever I go on this river, I just don't see anyone. Well, I'll tell a lie, on my way over here there was a couple of vans parked by Stratton Bridge, so I imagine they were anglers. I couldn't see them, but right, this is swim number 3, not fishing yet, but I thought I'd give it a go down there, because you never know, you never ever know, there might be something down there. So I'm just gonna drop it down there, and let it run wherever it wants to go. Right. Kick off with a bit of cheese paste. Let's see. Just give it 10 minutes in this one. I've made my base about halfway between the first swim and the last swim, so I can actually see my bike and everything, you know, see it's all right. Or as I say, you don't get many people walking up here. Get the odd dog walker, but that's mostly over the far side, over the back of me. I think the next session I have will not be a chub session. I've had a few now. I must have had about 4 or 5 on the trot, something like that anyway. The next one will definitely be a waggler session, back on the float again, providing we don't get any excess rain and the rivers are flooded again. So the next one will definitely be a float session on the waggler. And so we've got several swims here we can go at, so probably here till about, I might stay here till about 3 today, see how it goes. Right, this swim number 5, I'm going over the far side there, there's some slack over there, and then swim number 6 will be over there. So 5 and 6. I'm going to try and get down here and get a bit closer to the water's edge on this one if I can. Be a bit careful though. But I'll keep the camera up there. Well, still no sign of any bite indications at all yet. So in this swim you've got the main current down here, and over the far side there's definitely some slack over there, and that's where I am, over that far side there. Very pleasant day. It's not cold. It's quite pleasant. So I haven't had no taps or anything yet to tell me that there's any fish down there. I'm going to move along to swim number 6 in a minute. Just by the bridge there, I'll see there's, I presume it's a pike angler. I saw him walking along the bank just now. He's having a go in some of the swims I've baited up. Whether it'll make much difference or not, I don't know, but it could well mess it up. Oh well. Yeah, he's just along there now. I presume it's a pike angler. He's walking along the bank with a landing net, big landing net and that. And I was only saying just now, wasn't I, that you don't see anyone up here. Obviously they do get up here, but probably not that often. So it could have messed those swims up a bit. But anyway, nothing to report yet. It's nearly 11:05, and I'll see you along in swim number 6. I've got my rod up quite high on this one. I'm fishing over there. Give it 15 minutes in this one, and we'll move on to swim number 7. Which should be where my base is, where my bike is. Well, it's 11:45. This is swim number 8. We're on a bend here. Nothing to report whatsoever. No taps, nothing at the moment. We've probably got about another, I reckon we've got about another good 3 or 4 swims to go at, which would make it around 12 swims altogether, more than what I thought. And it looks like it could be a struggle again. That pike angler who I saw, he's doesn't appear to be coming up here at all. He's gone as far as the bridge, which is just a little way down from here. And then he's gone back down the bank again. He's still fishing down there now. So apart from there'll be the swims right next to the bridge which could have been affected, but I've got some more mash bread knocked up here, so I can put a bit more in, but it may well have, you know, messed it up there, although there's nothing happening in any of the other swims at the moment. Well, this is something like swim number 8. It's just gone 20 to 12, nothing to report at all yet. No bites of anything, no taps, nothing. And we're fishing on a bend here now on this one. Probably got about another, I don't know, 3 swims we can go at here. Right, once again nothing happening in this one. So we're going to go around to swim number 9, which is, I think, one of the best looking swims of the lot. So we'll see how we get on round there. I'll see you round in swim number 9. Right, for this swim, I'm going to try and get down there. If I can. Very soft. That's almighty as hard work this is. Makes it all worthwhile if you get one, you know. I still enjoy it, it's brilliant. I really like the look of this swim. I can get my camera set up here. Yes, what we've got here. I have to be very quiet here because I'm right next to where I'm going to be fishing. So you've got down there. a go. Let's give it a go. Right, we kick off with cheese paste. Let's try down there to begin with. I think we'll stay in this one for a little bit longer. Give this one 20 minutes. I'll just put a bit of mashed bread down there. All this messy stuff. So I've got cheese paste on there at the moment. Another tip somebody gave me: if you're struggling to get the mashed bread down, if you are struggling to get the mashed bread down, something that does help is if you put a bit of mashed bread, mould it around one of the shots, one of your lead shots, and that will get it down there. If you've knocked it up properly, you should be able to mould it around the lead shot and it should just break away. The sort of place you'd expect the chub to hang out. No signs yet that there's anything there, but I want to try in there as well in a minute. In there now with a piece of red flake. So we'll stay here for another 5 minutes. If nothing happens, we'll move on to the next one. Right, it's round to the next swim then, which I think is swim number 10. So So I'll see you around there. Let's drop in on this one. I wasn't going to do this one, but I will give it a go. Just for 5 minutes down there. As you can see, this one here, that's all we've got to go at, but so it's definitely worth giving it a go. There's been no sign of anything, no taps, nothing. At the moment, 12:25. Still got plenty of time to go. Give me one opportunity. That's all I ask for. One opportunity. And I have to grab it with both hands if it comes along. Just like to take the opportunity to thank everyone that's subscribed to my fishing channel. Very much appreciated. It has been tough. This is the 3rd session in a row that's been hard, very hard going. This is the nature, isn't it, of fishing on the river. It's not easy. You have to really enjoy the days when you do catch something. I'm staring down the barrel of a 3rd blank in a row, but I'm enjoying it, and that's what I said on my preview. You know, it doesn't matter if you don't catch, you don't catch, but as long as you enjoy the session, and I am enjoying it, because each swim I fish, I'm excited. Yeah, I don't know, the next one could be the one. Who knows? That's the nature of this chub fishing. Right, this is swim number 11. I've had to clear a little bit of a pathway here. There's a lot of these overgrown brambles and reeds and twigs and God knows what in the way here. But I'm going to give it a go, just out down there. So you never know with this which swim is going to work for you, if any. I'll kick off with bread flake, I think. Give it a go on bread flake first, and then a bit of cheese paste. So we're almost at the footbridge now, which is where I've actually seen them in the close season. Just sitting there. In fact, if you watch the introduction with the music on at the beginning of my videos, last season I believe it was, not this season because I've changed it, but on last season's videos, you'll see a chub just sitting there under the bridge or by the bridge. Right, let's see how we get on in this one. I'll get a dinner in a minute as well. 25-1 now. Say on the next one, definitely be a waggler session. I can't wait to get back on the float, to be honest. and have a go. It's been quite a while. Yeah, it's been quite a while since I've had a waggler session. It's been a while since I've been able to have one, really. And I had that one on the chest string, but I say these are all ideal chub looking swims. I've baited them all up, pre-baited every one of them. Got the bait down there, got the bread down there. It's definitely sunk, you know. It's not floating on the top or anything like that. I've lost count of how many swims I've done. There's either 11 or 12. And after this one we'll be by the bridge. So it's 5 to 1. I'm going to have a bit of dinner now, and I'm going to switch off. If anything happens, obviously I'll keep you informed. I'll let you know. So I'll see you after I've had my dinner. Now, I've just had my dinner. I have had a couple of taps in this swim. No doubt about it, they were, because there's no current here affecting the rod tip at all. Definitely were a couple of taps. What they were, I don't know. Could have been roach or something, but we're gonna. What I've done, I've brought all my gear along here now, my bike, everything, because we've got a couple of swims after this one to go at by the bridge there. And it's 1:20 now. So we'll give it a little bit longer in this swim. Nearly up past 1. As I say, we've got a couple, 2 or 3 more swims to go. That should be about it then. I always think that, you know, there's always a chance, even when it gets right down to the end, even right at the last swim, as you know, it's happened before. There's a tap. That's definitely a bite. Definitely a bite. There's definitely some interest here. They're like that. Like that. Don't look like chub bites to me. But there's certainly fish down there. Of some sort anyway. Pecking at my bread flake. Yeah, I'm on a bit of cheese paste now. Give it a couple of minutes here now, and then we're going to move round to the next one. So that's what we've got down here. It's been the only swim that I've had any signs of any bites at all out of all the ones I've done so far. I seem to think that it was small stuff. I don't think it was chub. I think it was possibly roach or something pecking at the bread flake. Yeah, I think I'm going to move round to the next swim, so I'll see you in the next one. This is what we've got in this swim, and we've got the bridge, the footbridge just over there. And this is where I've seen them in the close season when I come up here to have a look round. They were just sitting down there, just down there. So I know they get here, I know there's chub here, I know they do, you know. This looks like it's going down to the wire again, doesn't it? This session, once again. Still waiting to catch my first fish of 2024. Although this is only my second session of the year, I haven't had a fish yet this year. It's unbelievable. Well, I've heard so much about this cheese paste, but it hasn't worked for me yet. No doubt it is a very good bait for chub, no doubt. So many people catch on it. I always like using the bread flake. I prefer using the bread flake. I don't know. I think it's because I've caught on it. That's why I feel more confident on it. Breeze picking up now. I've had to put my coat back on. It's turning a bit chilly again. Still waiting and hoping that I can pick one up. An hour and 10 minutes to go. So we'll go down there next. So you've got that bridge there. You know, that might be okay under the bridge. Sort of places they could be. As I said to you earlier, it's still very coloured. Definitely on the coloured side. There's hardly any visibility there at all. Beautiful, just listening to the birds singing, chirping away. So peaceful, it really is nice. All I want is a fish, just to cap it off. That would be nice. Right, let's see how we get on here in this bit. Slack over the far side there, that's where I've got it now. Trying a few places here. We'll try, you know, down there in a minute by the bridge itself. I've got an hour left now to try and winkle one out. It's 2 o'clock now. Not sure when I'll be out again. Probably a week or two's time, I would have thought. Weather permitting anyway. I've just gone 2:10 and those temperatures are starting to drop now. Right, this is the last chance saloon again. I've got to be a bit careful with my camera because it's on this ledge here. It's on this ledge, so if it goes over, I've lost it. So I've got to be very, very careful. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to flick down there under this tree here. There's the bridge, the footbridge up there. Look, we've just fished the other side of that. And this is the swim that I was going to initially fish first, but I decided to fish it last. So let's see how we get on. In this one, if I've got time, I might just end up in that one where I had a couple of taps from. Oh, be blooming careful here. Sitting on the edge of this block here. If I go in, I've had it. Really is beautiful. Nothing happening, but really is nice. Very pleasant. As I say, when this river floods, it's right up over top this concrete block. It's right over it, and this tree here, the water is about halfway up that, at least halfway up that tree, and all these branches here are way under the water. Now you would have thought the swims I've fished today are perfect chub swims, typical chub swims, aren't they? You know, you would have thought there was a chub there in at least one of them, but no sign of any. I must admit, I do prefer it when the water's not as coloured. But you know, that's why I've got my cheese paste, thinking that, you know, it would catch in this coloured water a bit better, which it should do. But obviously, if there's none there, or they're not interested, you're not going to get one. I'm definitely going to give it a go on the stick float up here. There's a lot of places up here. A lot of the swims I've fished today, especially the last 3 or 4, are perfect for a bit of float fishing. I mean, this is brilliant here for a stick float session. Nothing at all, mate. No, I've done about 12 different, after some chub, I've done about 12 different swims up here, on here, and had nothing at all.
Any pike on me?
Nothing, no. No, I've been here since about 9 o'clock this morning.
You alright if I flick the other side?
Yeah, it's alright, mate. I'll finish down there anyway.
I'll only have a couple of flicks.
Yeah, alright, mate.
We're just exploring.
Yeah.
Been up to the other bridge?
What, the one up there?
No, out there a bit further.
No, I haven't, no.
I've seen quite a lot of chub there
Is that?
at summertime.
Yeah.
Not this now.
Yeah.
But the other bridge is sort of underestimated a bit.
Is it?
It's only a little one like this.
Yeah, I've seen it, mate. Yeah, I've never fished.
Yeah.
Never fished there yet.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple of pike anglers. Yeah, a couple of pike fishermen. No, it's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish off in that swim where I had those couple of taps this morning, just for another 10 minutes. and that will be the end of the session, I think. So I'll see you along there in a minute. Well, it's 2:45 now. I've decided to call it a day. There's nothing happening. Even the pike anglers had nothing. There's 2 of them up there. They've gone further up, but they've been having a couple of goes around where I've been fishing as well. But they were telling me that the next bridge up is meant to be quite good for chub. They catch them up there, so that's another place to try. At least I've tried a new stretch of the river today, which I'm happy with. But apart from a couple of taps in a swim just back there, nothing really at all. Absolutely nothing. So it's the 3rd session in a row where I've blanked. Blimey, I've never, I forgot what a fish looks like now. Hopefully on the next one we can catch one. I'm going to come up here again the next time, and it's going to be on the float, so with some maggots. So hopefully we can catch some roach or catch something up here, which will be in a week or two's time, or a couple of weeks time. Well, it all depends on the weather. Well, I have thoroughly enjoyed it today, even though I haven't caught anything. I have enjoyed it on a new stretch of river. Tried out about 12, 13, 14 odd swims. All looked good, but unfortunately didn't produce anything. So sorry I haven't caught anything yet again, but that's the way it goes, isn't it, on the rivers. So yeah, so I'll be up again in a couple of weeks time. I hope you all enjoy your own angling, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. And thank you once again for subscribing to my fishing channel, very much appreciated. And I'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.